Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Chris, and if you're new to my channel, I do videos on luxury items, handbags, shoes, things like that. And today I am going to be showing you my spring and summer shoe collection. I have so many shoes that I had to break it up into 3 different parts. So I did my winter collection in the winter and my boots as well. And now today I'm finally getting around to filming my summer shoes, mostly sandals, but anything that I consider that is strictly for summer or open toe. So that's what this is going to consist of. I've tried to organize it according to the designers that I have the most shoes of versus the designers that I have the least shoes of. So with all of that said, I'm going to get started with a pair of Gucci shoes, and these are the shoes right here. So as you can see, it's a beautiful pump. It's a very unusual and gorgeous grass green, and it does have the embossing in the leather right here. It has an open toe. I have put some ball of the foot protectors in there because these shoes are really high and they're honestly not that comfortable to walk around in for long periods of time, so I did add that in there. As you can see, the heel is about 4 inches high, and the most unique part about these shoes, of course, is the color of the heel because it is white. Now, this is not leather. It is sort of like white plastic, to be honest with you, but everything else on the shoe is leather. The interior is nicely padded, and the sole is leather as well. They are a very unique shoe, like I said. The grass green doesn't go with exactly everything. However, I really like to wear them to add a pop of color and a little bit of a statement to an outfit. So if I'm wearing something neutral, I often throw this shoe on right here. Now, I don't wear them to work that often because I'm on my feet most of the day, walking or standing. And these are not good for that, thus the padding right here. But I do still love them, and I try to wear them every chance I get that I'm not going to be walking around too much because I think they're super cute and really comfortable. And like all Gucci shoes, they're just gorgeously made. Okay, the next shoe is also a dress shoe. This one is by Giuseppe Zanotti, and this is another one in a bright color. You're going to see that my collection is like mostly bright colors. I do like my bright colored shoes for the summertime. So these are in suede, and it is a corally pink colored suede. It does have a hidden platform. So these are a little bit older. I've had them for a couple of years now. And then in the front, there's this tiny little peep toe right there. And then the heel curves very much like the Gucci's do. Everything is leather inside and out. These are nicely padded in the inside. It does have a sling back. And these shoes are a lot more comfortable than the Gucci's because they have that hidden platform. So it takes away some of the height and you don't have so much pressure on the ball of your foot when you're walking. And these turn out to be really, really comfortable. Plus the sling back is very adjustable, so I never worry about them sliding off my feet. And I do wear them with surprisingly a lot of things. So if you have like just a plain neutral outfit, or even if you're wearing just basic black, a lot of times in the fall I will wear these with some darker colors, black primarily. Sometimes I wear them with navy blue, and then in the springtime I match them with the lighter neutrals, tans, beiges, whites, things like that, and they just really stand out. And they just look so pretty on your foot, and I absolutely love these too. So these are by Giuseppe Zanotti. Okay, everything else here is going to be a little bit more on the casual side. So we'll start with my one and only Jimmy Choo summer shoes. I do have a couple for winter, but these are my only summer shoes. These I saw in stores and online, and I fell in love with them, but I did not want to pay the $600 price tag for them. So I waited for them to go on sale. They came in 3 colors, beige, white, and black. I was a little unsure which color I wanted to get. I kind of decided against the beige because sometimes beige sort of blends into my skin. And then I opted for the black ultimately because I didn't really have a pair of black sandals, and I thought that these would be excellent, and they turned out to be a fabulous choice because sometimes black is just the right thing. They go with everything, obviously. And they are casual, but at the same time, there are some details that you can dress them up just a little bit. So as you can see, there's the studs here. So there's a really wide strap in the back with a unique shape, and then the studs follow that shape line all the way down the sides and on that side too, and then all the way across the front. And the thing I like most about these shoes is that they have a snap rather than a buckle, and they're so easy to get on and off. So you just see those 2 snaps right there, and all you have to do is match it up with the 2 snaps on the strap, and you are good to go. And so now that I'm saying that, it's not going to do it. Come on, there we go. Okay, a couple people, when I read reviews, I had heard that they said the snap was either too tight or too loose for them. Fortunately for me, I don't have that problem. It's not very adjustable. It's just this one setting and that's it. But if you have an average size foot, I don't think you would have a problem with them. They are quite flat, but they do have a cute little heel on the bottom, and there is some rubber here to make them less slippery. Very, very well made shoe, and really goes with everything, and I do love these Jimmy Choos. Okay, moving on then, I think we're gonna move into Valentino now. So I have these Valentino espadrilles. I have shown them in another video when I bought them. They're fairly recent to my collection. And I went for the thicker soled espadrille because I just like the look of it. So you can see it's about a 1-inch platform. And then the top here is this sort of moss green suede. I do like my suede for summer. I have a lot of suede shoes now that I'm looking at them. And it's got all of these grommets in this little like flowered pattern here. So they are gold and silver. So they go with whatever color metal you're wearing, and then the strap is really nice and thick. So you can see that the buckle is thick, the strap itself is thick, and that's a good thing because the shoes are quite heavy. The actual platform, the shoe weighs a lot, and so if you had a skinny strap, I think that they would be uncomfortable to walk in. However, this nice thick strap here makes them much easier to walk in. And these are really cute. They go with nearly everything. I've worn them with jeans so far. Sundresses, I would imagine, shorts, and they just add that nice little extra sort of a bohemian touch. I don't dress in a lot of bohemian styles, but occasionally I just like to look a little more informal, and so I think these were a really good choice, that I really like my Valentino espadrilles. Okay, moving on to my other pair of Valentinos. These are rock stud sandals. So you're going to recognize, of course, all of the studs on them. They are gold and they are in that pyramid shape. There are quite a few of them. I haven't really counted them. I would imagine there's more than 25 or so. Oh, easily more than 25. So it's got, these are one of the versions of the rock stud sandals. This has 2 straps here, and they're joined by this T strap right here that meets with an ankle strap around the top, and you just buckle it. Everything is gold as far as the hardware. Everything is leather as far as the shoe. So the sole of the shoe, or the instep, what is this called? The base of the shoe, and then the sole of the shoe is also leather as well. Doesn't have any slip resistance right here, but the heel is pretty slip resistant, so that is a good thing. They're kind of minimal, but they are kind of expensive at the same time. If you have any rock studs or you've shopped around for them, you probably know, but I do love them. And of course, the thing that is outstanding about these is, again, the color. It is a bright, vibrant, almost a neon pink, in a sort of a matte leather. So there's no shine to the leather, but there's plenty of shine to the studs, and I really like these, and I think they go with everything. I have a gray sundress, and just putting these on with the gray sundress just ups it to the next level. So if you dress in a lot of neutrals, but you want to add a pop of color, I can't recommend these enough. I think they are really awesome. Now they do come in other colors too, but this was the one that just caught my eye, and I really, really like these. So another pair of rock studs. Really love my Valentinos. Okay, moving on, I think I have Donald Pliner next, and I feel like Donald Pliner is one of those designers that's a little bit underrated. They make beautiful shoes, very unique shoes, well-made shoes out of fine materials, and yet you don't hear a lot about them. So this is a mule that I bought. This is suede, very soft suede. It feels really beautiful to the touch, and as you can see, it is quite a high mule, like it comes all the way up to the top of your foot, and then the opening in the toe is a little bit on the smaller side. It does have a really nice heel here, so about a 2-inch heel made out of this glimmery sort of metallic leather that has, it looks a little bit like crocodile, I guess, crocodile embossed leather on the heel here. So there's just a little bit of contrast between the suede and the heel. They're very comfortable. They stay on your feet really well. So a lot of times mules will slide off, or at least do that flopping thing like flip-flops, but these stay right on your shoe, or on your foot rather, and they're very, very comfortable to walk in. So I've worn these with jeans, kind of just say shorts, Not as much with sundresses, but these are in a great neutral color and a really well-made shoe. And like I said, you definitely should check out Donald J. Kleiner because I feel like their shoes are a little bit underrated. I have a couple pair of Kleiner shoes, and these are probably the first ones I had, very old as a matter of fact. These are so old, but I cannot part with them because I absolutely love them. When I first got these, I think I wore them with everything, and I'll tell you the reasons why. First of all, they are made out of this beautiful metallic leather, so it has a sheen to it. It is sort of a pewter color. It is really very much pewter. It's not gray, it's not black. It goes with everything, and then there's this really cool little jewel right there that holds the two straps together. So it reminds me of a smoky quartz. And then everything here is leather. It's about an inch heel, but the thong itself meets with these two straps here, like so, and then this wraps around your ankle. So you actually have two straps behind your foot, one above your heel and the other one above your ankle. And when you try these on, they are so, so pretty. So I'm going to do model shots and you will see how very pretty this is on your foot. And then of course there's more of those jewels all around the back of the heel here, and they are in that same smoky quartz kind of color. Now these shoes are getting sort of beat up, like I said, but I just don't have the heart to part with them, so I'm gonna see if I can take them to a cobbler and have them fix up a little of the issues that I have. Some of them being a little bit of nicking on the toes. One of the straps is coming loose. Probably the elastic just needs to be replaced. And then one of my little jewels in the back here is starting to get loose too, but I've worn them to death and I just can't part with them. I really love these shoes. So those are two of this couple pairs of Donald Kleiners that I have had. I do have another pair that is so beat up, I'm not even gonna show them to you because they're even older than those. Okay, moving on, my next designer is going to be Stuart Weitzman. So I'll start with these. So we have yet another suede shoe. This is a baby pink suede, and this one also has an ankle strap that crisscrosses around the front of your ankle, and then it meets on this counter back here. So you do have a lot of stability. The shoe stays on your foot really well, and there's just a simple strap in the front. So it almost looks like a very low-heeled version of the Nudist in a sense. So if you're familiar with Stuart Weitzman, you probably know all about the Nudist shoes. They're really popular. These have a leather sole. They have a little rubber on the heel. And the heel itself is covered with suede. So they're really cute, and they do go with a lot of things: sundresses, jeans, shorts, once again. Although I do have to say that if the weather is bad, I tend not to wear these, so I don't want to get caught in the rain with these. For some reason, I will wear the Donald Kleiners, these right here, without any problem. I did protect them all, but I feel really worried about this pink. I think like the pink is not going to wear well or stand up well to any sort of rain, so I tend not to wear these if it's rainy. But I do like them for their comfort, and I do think they're really, really cute. And another thing that I want to mention is that the holes in this strap, there's like 7 or 8 in them, so there is a lot of adjustability when it comes to the ankle strap, and that just shows you the quality of the shoe. So if you're familiar with Stuart Weitzman, you probably know that already. Okay, another Stuart Weitzman. This is probably somewhere between a dressy and a casual sandal. This one, again, it looks a little bit like the Nudist, except it has a thicker strap there, and also the heel is quite thick too. And this heel is really nice because it makes the shoe very comfortable. It is sort of a burlappy type of canvas, which makes the shoe look a little bit more casual. And then around the ankle strap and around the front here, there is this fraying. But the most interesting detail on these shoes is this detail right in here that is made out of leather, or not leather, sorry, metal. It is like this chain mail almost, very fine chains that have been woven together, and it adds like a silvery tone to this otherwise golden tone sort of color, and consequently they go really well whether you're wearing silver jewelry or gold jewelry. The ankle strap is reasonably adjustable, not as much as the other pair, but still you get a lot of adjustment out of it. And they're quite comfortable. Even though the heel is over 3 inches, I think it's just a little over 3 inches, They're very comfortable because the heel is a block heel, and the bigger the heel, the more comfortable the shoe is going to be, generally speaking. So these are also leather on the bottom, on the footbed, and everything else is this canvas. Oh, there's leather inside the strap too, but everything else is this sort of burlap canvas, and they go with a lot of things that you would not really expect. So like I said, they do look a little bit casual, but in the long run, you can wear them with a lot of dressy things too. I would definitely wear these to dinner. I think they have just this little extra touch here with this fraying, and I really like these. And so I get a lot of use out of them. And my last pair, sorry, everything is spread out in front of me and I'm having a hard time reaching it. So the last pair of Stuart Weitzmans are these gold ones here. Again, I love my bright shoes for the summertime. So when I was shopping for these shoes, I went to a local boutique. It's a really nice place, and I spotted these on the shelf, and I thought I would give them a try because I really like the chain. I thought the chain was beautiful. There is this toe ring here with some chain on it, and then the chain actually joins to the straps that cross in front of your foot here. And then you have a strap around your ankle, and then there's a counter there. But they are of a metallic leather, but not really shiny metallic, more of like a gleaming sort of metallic. And everything else about them is gold too. But when I went to try them on, I actually was wearing these shoes at the time, which are Tory Burch, which I'll get to in a moment. And I took the Tory Burch off and I tried this on, and this shoe was so much more comfortable than that Tory Burch that I literally said to the lady I wanted to wear them home because I didn't want to put the Tory Burches back on because these were so much more comfortable. So I'm not really sure what it is or what they did to these, but they do have some nice padding in the heel. And the heel's not high at all. A shoe like this should be very comfortable to wear in the first place, which kind of perplexed me about that Tory Burch shoe. But I do love these, and while these are not the kind of shoe that's going to go with everything really, I do like to dress up some outfits with these because I think that the chain and the gold just gives it that little extra special touch too. So that's the third of my Stuart Weitzman shoes. And now we're going to get into Tory Burch. So here we have, ooh, I dropped it, sorry. Here we have a flip-flop. I don't know if flip-flops count as designer, but they are Tory Burch, and they do have the cute little emblem right there at the base. I've had them for years, a couple of years now. They're kind of getting worn out, but I do like them, and I just think they dress up flip-flops just a little bit with that little emblem there. So I do like those. Very comfortable, and I probably should get another pair of those. Okay, next up are the shoes that I was just talking to you about and comparing them to the Stuart Weitzmans. So I saw these online. I didn't even try them on in the store. I saw them online, fell in love with them. I liked the detail. This has this circle here with this bar across it, and then there's chain linking the thong, and you do have a strap high up around your foot, almost like an ankle strap. So I thought they were beautiful. They came in maybe a couple colors, but I like the white best. I thought I needed a beautiful pair of white sandals, and so I went with these, and I was surprised at how uncomfortable these sandals are. So I wore them for a few days, and I was a little bit troubled by the fact that they were so uncomfortable. My feet would be burning and aching after I would be wearing them for a while. And finally I looked in the box and I realized that they're not leather at all. They're actually vegan leather or faux leather, whatever you want to call it, that is not leather. And I could really feel the difference. So the Stuart Weitzmans are 100% leather, and they're so much more comfortable. These, while they look pretty nice, just don't feel that good on my feet. And after a while, when your feet are uncomfortable, you start to dislike the shoe that you're wearing. And unfortunately, that is what happened with these Tory Burches. So I had been expecting, for the price that I paid, that I was getting leather, and I was pretty disappointed to learn after the fact that it was not leather, that it was vegan. I'm not a person who is opposed to leather. Obviously, I have plenty of leather shoes. I know people are out there that do feel that way. These are also made in China, which again, I had expected more from Tory Burch. I thought that they were a good quality designer shoe, and I didn't really have to question anything, but now I do. So lesson learned. Anytime I'm going to be buying a shoe online, no matter who the designer, I'm going to make sure that I double check the materials to make sure that I get what I think I'm getting and what I feel like I'm paying for. So these were a disappointment for me, unfortunately. However, I do have another pair of Tory Burches that I love. And you will recognize these if you're a shoe fan. These are the famous Miller sandals. They come in all kinds of colors. They come in different patterns like snakeskin, and now I think she's incorporated some multicolors into these sandals. So these are leather, and I got them in the blue. I thought the blue was really cool and different from everything else. And the best thing about them, of course, is this giant emblem here. So they really stand out. They're very easy to get on because essentially it's a flip-flop in a way, and they're very, very flat. I think they're probably the flattest sandals that I have, but I do like these. I feel like if you're on the go, you have to run out of the house for something. These are so easy to get on. You just slide your foot. You don't have to worry about buckles or snaps or anything else, and you can get in the car and go. So for me, these work out really well. And I probably would purchase these again in a different color if these wore out on me. But again, these are leather, and I have not had any issues with discomfort or with my foot burning or anything like that. So I can recommend the Millers, but I will caution you if you're going to buy a Tory Burch just to make sure that you know what materials that you're getting ahead of time. And finally, we've come to my last shoe, also a Tory Burch, and this is a high-heeled espadrille. And it has the Tory Burch emblem on the wedge heel right here. They're very high. They're over 4 inches high. However, they do have about an inch platform, which takes away some of the feeling of the height of the heel, and they are very comfortable. So these are canvas, which crisscrosses really elegantly in the front here. It's kind of a brownish sort of cocoa colored canvas, and then it has an ankle strap, not an ankle strap, a sling back, and the sling back is a leather piece right here too. So all in all, a very neutral shoe, goes with just about everything. Nice little rubber base on the bottom so you don't slide around in these, and I have gotten tons of use out of these. I love wearing these. I've worn them to weddings. It was albeit a casual wedding, but still I did feel that they were dressy enough for a wedding. And I find a lot of times if I'm going to work and I want to dress my feet up but it's hot, I will slip these on because they're so easy and they go with so many things. They go great with blues, they go with neutrals, they go with bright colors, and they also go with black too. So I'm really a big fan of the espadrilles. For the most part, I like Tory Burch shoes. It's just that one pair that I didn't get along with very well. Okay, so that is it for my entire designer shoe collection. I do have other shoes that are not what I would consider designer. I have some Steve Maddens, I have some Kelsey Daggers, things like that. But I am a shoe fanatic, and so I thought I would show you my designer collection for my shoes, and I'm always collecting more. So on my radar, I have some of those jellies from Valentino. I just love them with the little bow on the front, and so that's probably going to be the next thing that I'm going to pick up, and who knows what else I will find while I'm out there. But that's it for my shoe collection. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for your time as always. And until I see you again, take care.